Hello yogis, today's class is a yin and a yang yoga flow. So you will need 2 blocks, a bolster, and a blanket for class today. We'll start off with more yang-like postures, moving through a vinyasa flow, and then we'll move towards more yin and restorative postures. So we will begin here in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. Bring the soles of your feet together. Allow your knees to fall toward the earth. Rest one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Close your eyes and just begin to tune into your breath. See if you can begin to deepen and slow your inhales and exhales. And just set your intention for your practice today. Maybe you'd like to dedicate your practice to yourself, to someone in need, or just to a characteristic you want more of in your life, such as love, happiness, or peace. And hold on to your intention today as you flow with your breath. Slowly bring your knees into touch and bring your feet as wide as your mat. And switch the position of your hands, resting the opposite hand on your heart. Come back to that steady breath. Tune into how your body is feeling today, in this moment. Bring your arms out to a cactus or a T. Inhale, bring your knees in toward your chest. And exhale, drop your knees over to your right. And gently gaze over your left fingertips or your left elbow. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Exhale, drop your knees over to the left and bring your gaze over your right shoulder, finding this nice, gentle supine twist. Inhale back to center, and then take a couple of rocks and come up into a seated position, or you can press yourself up. Inhale, sweep your arms up, interlace your fingers, gaze up. On exhale, press your fingertips toward the front of the room, round your spine. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, press your fingers forward, round your spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press the palms forward, round your spine. Inhale, bring your hands to your knees. Exhale, twist, gaze over your right shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. And allow the twist to happen through the thoracic spine rather than through your neck. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist, gaze over your left shoulder, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, back to center, and then begin to take circles in one direction. As you inhale, drop your chest forward. Exhale, come back, rounding the spine. Take a few more circles this direction. And then slowly switch, circling the opposite way. Feeling your spine warming up. And then slowly come back to center. And just take a couple of rolls with your wrist here. Interlace your fingers, rolling in each direction. And give it some shakes. Then take one hand and stretch the palm forward, using the opposite hand to pull the fingers back. Switching sides. Slowly release, and then make your way into a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders directly over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And begin to take a few cat-cows. Inhale, arch your back, bring your gaze forward, broaden through your collarbones. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, round your spine one vertebrae at a time. Your head is the last thing to drop. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take an extended child's pose, knees wide, big toes touching. Allow your forehead to fall toward the earth. Come back to the intention that you set for your practice today. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, crawl your fingertips over to your right and then drop your forehead back toward the earth. And just notice your breath here. Notice the left side of your body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, crawl your fingertips all the way over to your left and begin to tune into the right side of your body. Inhale, slowly come back to center. And then make your way back to your tabletop position. Extend your left foot back behind you. Press firmly into your left toes so that you feel a stretch from the left calf all the way into the left glute. Slowly lift your left leg, keeping your hips squared. You can stay right here or extend your right arm out in front of you. Imagine you have a straight line of energy from your right fingertips to the sole of your left foot. Keep your core engaged. Slowly release. And we'll switch sides. Extend your right leg back behind you. Press into your right toes. Feel that nice stretch all the way through the back of your right thigh. And then slowly lift your right leg, keeping your hips level. Stay here or extend your left arm out in front of you. Keep your core engaged. Keep your breath steady. And slowly release. Tuck your toes, scoot your hands 6 inches to a foot in front of you, and make your way into downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet here for this first one if you'd like. Take any little motions that feel good for your body. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Your wrists are shoulder width with the fingers spread wide. Keep your breath nice and steady. Slowly come back to an extended child's pose, knees wide, big toes touching. Rest your forehead on the earth. Inhale, come back to your tabletop position, tuck your toes. Exhale, press up into downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly lift your right leg, flex your foot, square your hip. Keep dialing your toes down toward the ground. Exhale, slowly plant your right foot between your hands. Lower your left knee down to the earth for low lunge. You can bring your blocks underneath your shoulders. Sit up nice and tall. Take a few breaths here and ensure that your knee is stacked directly over your ankle. Inhale breath, and then exhale. Straighten your right leg, come into half splits. Flex through your right ankle and your toes. Keep a nice neutral spine. Steady breath. Now bend back into your right knee. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, flex your foot, square your hips. Exhale, plant your left foot between your hands and lower your right knee to the earth for low lunge. Bring your blocks underneath your shoulders and take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, exhale, half split, straighten your left leg, flex through your left ankle and your toes. Keep a nice neutral spine. Now bend back into your left knee and exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Exhale, come down into extended child's pose. Inhale, come up to tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Imagine you're in a nice inverted V position here. Inhale, lift your right leg, flex your foot, square your hips. Exhale, plant your right foot between your hands, stay high on your left toes. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Keep bending your right knee 90 degrees. And square your hips toward the front of your mat. Find ease in your breath. Exhale, warrior two. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Bring your gaze over your right middle finger. And soften your shoulders while maintaining a straight line of energy from your right fingertips to your left fingertips. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your right leg, reach your right arm up. Exhale, triangle pose, reach your right fingertips toward the front of your room and bring your right hand to a block, your shin, or the floor. Your drishti gaze is up toward your left thumb or straight in front of you if that strains your neck. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach your right arm up and your left hand back. Exhale, bend your right knee, step to high plank, and then press back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift your left leg, flex your foot, square your hips. Exhale, plant your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise up to your crescent lunge. Keep bending your left knee. And square your hips as much as possible. Maintain your deep breath and your deep awareness of your body and the connection of your body and your breath. Exhale, warrior two. Stack your shoulders over your hips, bend your left knee. If you glance down, you should still see your left big toe. There's a slight external rotation happening through your left thigh. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your left leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach your left fingertips toward the front of your room and place your left hand on your block, your shin, or the floor. Your gaze is up toward your right thumb. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend your left knee, step to high plank, and then press back, downward facing dog. We'll take that same flow 2 more times on each side. Only this time it'll be 1 breath per movement. So really listen to your body and flow with your breath. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, plant your right foot between your hands. Inhale, rise to crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend your right knee, step to high plank. Press to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, plant your left foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend your left knee, step to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, plant your right foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, step to high plank, and then come to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, plant your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise to crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend your left knee, step to high plank, and come back to downward facing dog. And we'll move now towards our more restorative yin practice. Inhale, lift your right leg, and exhale, come into your sleeping swan or your pigeon pose. Bring your right heel to the outside of your left hip. Extend your left leg straight back behind you, and then bring your bolster in front of you. Slowly lowering down, you can bring your left cheek to the bolster. Allow your upper body to completely relax here. If this pose is at all uncomfortable for you, you can always come into the supine variation on your back. And just take a moment to notice any sensations or feelings that arise as you rest in this posture. Allow yourself to sit with these experiences and use your breath to bring yourself to a place of comfort. If your mind has started to wander, Bring your attention and your awareness back to your breath, back to this space. Slowly make your way off of your bolster and take any little wiggles that you need here before we switch sides. Maybe come to a tabletop, give the hips a sway, moving through any motions that feel natural for your body. Then come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. And exhale, come to your sleeping swan or your pigeon pose. Left heel outside your right hip. Straighten your right leg behind you. And slowly lower down onto your bolster and rest your right cheek on your bolster. And then just take a moment to notice the sensations in your body. Are there any shifts that need to happen in order for you to feel fully comfortable and relaxed? And take a moment to notice the quality of your breath. And notice if there's a way for you to create more space for your breath. Can you relax the muscles in your low abdomen, mid-abdomen, chest, and the areas surrounding the collarbones? Allow your breath to flow freely from your low abdomen all the way to the areas surrounding your collarbones. slowly begin to transition out of this posture, taking any little movements that your body requires or craves today. And then grab a hold of your bolster. We'll take a supported child's pose. Bring the bolster towards you so that you can rest your torso on the bolster. Your knees are wide with your hips sitting back towards your heels. And just rest one cheek on the bolster and feel the bolster supporting the weight of your body. See if you can use your breath to let go of any areas of the body where you may be feeling tension. Gently turn your head so that the opposite cheek rests on your bolster. Just take a moment to notice if the sensation is any different when you rest this cheek on the bolster. Begin to transition out of your child's pose. We'll take caterpillar pose. Nice forward fold. Straighten your legs out in front of you, and then bring your bolster onto your thighs and take a block or 2 blocks, maybe even a blanket, and gently rest your forehead on your blocks or your blankets. Relax your upper body. Let your head be heavy here. You should feel completely and totally supported by your props. Take a few moments to find a position that's comfortable for your body. And once you've found that position, come back to your breath and come back to the sensations in your body as you allow yourself to relax. Slowly release this posture, and we will make our way into reclined butterfly with support. You'll bring the bolster behind you, bring it up toward your tailbone. Your blocks will come underneath your thighs for support. Gently lay back onto your bolster and allow your arms to fall out to the side with the palms up. You can always have extra support here with some blankets underneath the elbows if you would like. And if this back bending sensation is too much with the bolster, you can always remove the bolster and allow your back to lie flat on the ground with a blanket under your head. Take several deep breaths here. finding a place of comfort in this posture. Release any tension that you're feeling in the front and the back body. And use this time to see what you can let go of. Perhaps there are things in your life that no longer serve you. Imagine with each exhale breath that you're letting go. And with each inhale breath, imagine something positive that you would like to bring into your life. And just continue this awareness of letting go what doesn't serve you and bringing in what will serve you. Mindfully transition out of this posture. Our final pose today will be legs up the wall, but if you prefer to take traditional Shavasana, you're welcome to do that as well. For legs up the wall pose, you're going to want to have a blanket for behind your head. You'll scoot your hips towards your wall and just bring the legs up in any position that's comfortable for you. Your hands can rest on your belly, at your side, or in any other position that feels good for your body. and know that you have nowhere else to be but in this moment, right here, right now. Keep your eyes closed and just begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And as you're ready, roll onto either side in the fetal position and use your arm as a pillow. Gently press your way up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your hearts. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste.